Right, everyone, and welcome to our live stream series, Popdust Playlists. I'm your host, Abby, and today I'll be talking albums with the band Future Teens. So welcome, everyone.
Hi.
Everyone, all too. Yeah, so they're a really fantastic rock band based in Boston, and their new EP, Deliberately Alive, is out now. So I'm going to be asking Future Teens about records that have impacted them throughout their life. So first of all, can you introduce yourselves?
I'm Daniel. I play in the band Future Teens from Boston, and I play guitar and I sing.
I'm Amy, and I also play with Daniel in the band Future Teens, and I play guitar and sing as well.
Nice. So first off, can you just tell me a bit about the new EP, which is great, by the way?
Thanks.
Yeah,
go for it,
Amy.
Amy.
Daniel. Take it away.
All right, I'll start, and you
Okay.
you can take it. So we put out 5 songs, 4 originals, 1 cover that is by Cher, and we covered Cher. She did not cover us.
That'll be next. That's the next EP.
We can't say. And we worked with our favorite local and general label, Take This to Heart Records. Our good friend Joe runs it. So they're awesome. A lot of great bands, and it got pushed back a little because of obviously the current situation, but we're excited it's finally out, and now I'll let Amy talk about it a little bit too, if you'd like, Amy.
I don't know. Daniel covered the bones of it. I think folks have asked if it's like, is this your pandemic record? And I think that it sounds like one, but it was the seeds for these songs were with us before we knew that this was going to happen, and then I think are like colored by our experience in the pandemic, and the way that they came to like their completion definitely had to do with that experience of like isolation and not getting to tour and stuff.
Right. So you guys, at least I hear a really awesome like pop punk inspired sound, and I don't know if you agree. Feel free to disagree with me, but I feel like pop punk it's always been a very polarizing topic, always a very hot topic. But what album do you guys feel like is sort of the quintessential like example, like pop punk 101? What would be your go-to?
Well, I have to first say it's funny because when we kind of straddle the scene. So like when we play at a pop punk show, we open, people are like, "You guys are like indie rock country." And then when we play at a cool rock show, people are like, "You guys are emo pop punk straight up." So it's like it depends what world we're in. I think. So we'll take any. There's no negative genre in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like it's all good. Whatever people, as long as they're not saying it in a disparaging way, I guess it's fine. Whatever people want to say. But Amy's much better at. Amy's like an encyclopedia for. Like they'll put on like, "You've never listened to this Spill Canvas record?" I don't know if that's even a band in that scene, but they just know everything. So I'll let them answer this question.
All the time, I'll like make a reference to like what I consider to be like important classic emo or pop punk, and Daniel will be like, "I don't know, the only thing in that zone I listened to was like the Get Up Kids, and then all of a sudden I discovered Radiohead and I was too cool."
That's middle school me.
Yeah.
Not current me.
So my older brother really like, he was going to Warped Tour and stuff in high school when he's 8 years older than me, and he and my sister, who's also much older, were like listening to Good Charlotte and Sublime and Sum 41 when I was 7-8 years old. So one of my first CDs was, I think I bought Sum 41's All Killer No Filler and like an MXPX Greatest Hits at the same time, and shared them with my brother. So those were like my childhood. Sum 41 is a must-have to me. And then one of the things I make Daniel listen to in the van, and then he immediately falls asleep, is Taking Back Sunday.
So soothing.
I sent him a song the other day while we were writing. He was like, "Is this a thing Taking Back Sunday does? Like this way of training vocals?" And I was like, "Yes, literally every Taking Back Sunday song does."
Oh my gosh.
Get under the influence already.
I love that. Yeah, great pick so far. I agree that those are staples. So obviously you are called Future Teens, so I feel like it's naturally I have to ask, what album do you feel like encapsulates each of your teenage experience? I know we don't want to go back there, but like music wise, if we were to go back there, what album would summarize that?
For me, a few records, but there are certain records I listened to in my youth where I longed for the painful experiences the person was singing about, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I listened to Transatlanticism and I was like, oh, I want to be in a long distance relationship. Like, then I was in one and I was like, this is horrible. I don't know why I longed for this. But that record, the Get Up Kids, Something to Write Home About, was really big. Another song about long distance relationships. Yeah, those are probably the two ones that I felt like really sad about in like a good way. Like, you know, I listened to on my Discman, literally.
Oh man, I was heavy, early teens, heavy into Fall Out Boy.
Mm-hmm.
I would ask my mom to schedule my doctor appointments on the days that Fall Out Boy records came out so I could leave school to go buy it.
That's
have like a very vivid memory.
Sneaky.
Great. Mom, Infinity on High's about to come out. I really need to go to the store.
I hope Amy's mom isn't listening right now. If
Honestly,
she is, hello.
She would love it. What's up, Arhoff? If you're out there, thank you for enabling my emo bullshit. And don't be mad that I just cursed. Yeah, my high school band very badly covered a Valencia song once.
Ooh.
I screamed along to All Time Low and Jack's Mannequin in my car and laid on the ground in my room to Taking Back Sunday.
I love that. I feel like I also relate to the experience of listening to music that was like way too sad for experiences that I had in my own life.
Yeah, it's funny. It's yeah. I don't know. I guess it's like you just want to experience stuff when you're young. You don't really care if it's good or bad. You're like, I just want to experience some life.
Yeah. Do you have an album in particular that you feel like made you want to be a musician?
Interesting. I don't know if there's one in particular. I think I went through my phases of songwriting were heavily dependent on what band I was obsessed with at the time, much to the sacrifice of the songs, in my opinion. Like, when I got really into the Decemberists, I was like, I gotta write about frickin' chimney sweeps now, because, like, that's what's cool, or, like, sea shanties. And that's horrible. Like, no one should be doing that. I mean, someone should, but I shouldn't have. And then, like, I got really into My Bloody Valentine, and so I was like, I need to, like, write shoegaze music, and I got all these guitar pedals for that. But eventually, I think that helped me eventually. Trying to copy other artists' songwriting styles definitely helped me learn or navigate to what I felt like my style was. So it was all important stuff to do, but it was some really bad music that I wrote for that time.
My parents took me to see this like blues rock guitar player named Johnny Lang when I was a kid. We went to this like theater in Springfield, Missouri. It was a big deal. My dad was thrilled. And I played a little bit of guitar at the time, but that show was my moment of like, holy shit, I want to do that. I want to shred like that. And coming home was like, man, fuck emo. There are no guitar solos in good Charlotte songs.
Oh no.
But I grew out of it and then decided to put guitar solos in my emo songs. I think
nice.
I kind of came out of like blues rock, gospel tinged baloney when I started listening to emo. Like that first Fall Out Boy record, Take This to Your Grave, is like what got me to start writing songs. It's like, I want to write shit this sad. Less misogynistic, though, I hope.
Yeah. I definitely think you achieved that. It's not a difficult bar to pass, but you made it. So obviously I love the Believe cover, certified perfect song just in general, no matter who's singing it. And I feel like especially in the pandemic, a lot of people have been releasing covers. Which I think is great. But do you guys have any album, like if you had the means and the time and the resources to, what album would you want to cover like front to back?
I feel like this is a perfect opportunity to tell you that we run a Bandcamp benefit compilation label. So instead of us covering all the songs on our favorite albums, we ask a bunch of friends to each cover a song. So the two albums we've done so far are two perfect albums, which are Taylor Swift's Red,
yes,
and Carly Rae Jepsen's Emotion.
Yes.
So, I mean, so far those are the only two albums that have been perfect enough for us to, and our friends are interested in helping us cover. But maybe, I mean, there's got to be more. I mean, I don't know, Amy, if you... Amy has one in mind, I'm sure.
This is constantly the thing that's happening, is I will be like, please, this song, please, this record, we gotta do it. And everyone's like, me. Maybe sometime.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay, here's my answer is Golden Hour by Casey Musgraves. And I will die on this hill. I've been dying on the hill of, can we please cover Space Cowboy for 3 years?
Yes.
maybe that's another comp idea for us.
That's good. That album is almost entirely good songs. There's like one song I really can't stand personally.
Which one?
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's
okay.
It's just the lyrics are too. It's like, okay, you had this idea and it's too much. There's too many references to Wonder Woman, in my opinion. It doesn't really. There's not the metaphor is totally mixed at a certain point. It's like, what are you even saying in reality?
Daniel critiquing songs is either what does that even mean, or what record? It was a Taylor Swift record. We were listening to Lover right when it came out, and he was like, she just rhymed man with man. Can we change the song?
I can't. The same word rhymes. I can't listen.
Yeah.
I think NSYNC did that a lot.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I support the Golden Hour cover. I think my last time doing karaoke pre-pandemic, I did High Horse, and then I immediately regretted it because it's way too high for my register.
Yeah,
So maybe bring it down a couple keys, and then we can get the Golden Hour cover.
Yeah, we'll hit you up.
Yeah, we'll start the GoFundMe so we can get a Golden Hour whole cover album going. So you're based in Boston, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are some albums that either like some friends from Boston or just albums in general from Boston-based artists that you really connect with or kind of remind you of home?
Well, even just this last week, our friends Old Soul put out a single. I think it's just a 7-inch single, but really from Boston, and we love them. They just put out an amazing record. Who else? Amy, recently? Who am I missing? I mean, we miss all our Boston friends. We miss like playing any shows. Mint Green's from Boston. They're awesome. I'm sure we're missing people, and I'll feel that. But I mean, Boston music scene is like, it's big enough so that there's always new acts you can discover, but small enough that like you probably are friends with someone who's friends with every band. Like it's like, and it's small enough that also if someone wants to play a show, there's not any like snobbery about it. It's kind of like yeah, sure. Like, if we can make it work, let's do it. Let's go play a show or play in this basement or whatever. So, it's nice. I don't know. I think New York has more like specific cliques of bands, and Boston like is a little bit like that, but there's a lot of crossover between all the different friend groups, which is nice.
Cool. Amy, do you have anything to add?
I really love Lilith's last record. I'm suddenly drawing a blank. I feel like every Boston band just like moves to New York.
Darling Side put out a record this past year, or in 2020, which is like ridiculously good. And they I think they say they're Cambridge based, which is a little fancier.
Close enough.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, myself included, turned to a lot of older music in the past year. Do you guys have any albums that kind of brought you some peace within the just hellscape that was 2020?
You got one, Amy?
Yeah. I started the year listening to a lot of Chelsea Jade.
Okay.
Really, really great pop act from New Zealand. She was the last show I went to, I think. Unbelievable. And I listened to a lot of Cheek Face, Title Fight, Cataldo a lot. I started like just riding my bike and listening to hardcore a lot. Like brought back my love of Defeater. A little bit everything.
Nice.
I've been listening to mostly horror audiobooks. But when I do listen to music, it's either like completely ambient, no lyrics, like I don't want to hear any words. I just want like filled in silence or whatever you want to call it. But then, or I'll want to get kind of pumped up. So either like Spanish love songs, who we were supposed to tour with, who we love, and their last record is so freaking good. Like, I'll go to the grocery store and just get, like, real pumped up and, like, cry a little bit while I'm walking around, and that's kind of nice and cathartic. Wild Pink, our friends, put out an insanely good record. And then every time I finish the Wild Pink record, I just put on Bruce Hornsby. I'm on a huge Bruce Hornsby kick, so... I'd never listened to Bruce Hornsby before 2020, and now, other than The Way It Is, which, like, everyone knows, I feel like. But, oh my god.
Bruce Hornsby's
so
good.
So good. So good. Highly recommended.
Every Little Kiss is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Oh, yeah. Same. Immediately.
Are there any other like newer albums? I know you mentioned Wild Pink and Really From, but were there any albums kind of in the past couple months that you're just like, damn, I really need to hear this live as soon as possible?
Our buds, Regrown from New Jersey, put out some songs the same day our EP came out, and it's so sick. We played a really absurd DIY show in a pizza shop with them. And I've been dying to see Regrown again ever since.
Yeah, I was blown away. I was like, this PA is so... Like, it was like a terrible sounding show with amazing bands. So it was like, I just need to see you with like a proper... I can't imagine how good those bands, would sound in like at an actual venue. Even though it was extremely fun to play in a pizza shop. Like they were literally still serving pizza when we like loaded in.
Like moved to a pizza shop at the last second. We were supposed to play at somebody's house, and then they were like, "Dude, I'm sorry." One of the kids worked at this pizza shop and was like, "I got this."
Yeah.
Oh my god. Cool. All right. Well, that is all the questions I have for you guys. So I believe we're going to have Future Teens play a couple songs for us. So if you want to take it away, go ahead and play us some.
We can each play one of the singles or something.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that sounds good.
Does that work, Amy?
Yeah, sure.
You want to start or should I?
Go for it.
Okay. I haven't played any of these songs in so very long, so...
I played a few today because I wasn't sure. I was like, oh shit, I'm going to have to look up the lyrics to my own songs.
I know, I was thinking that. I was like, I might even do that. No, I think I know them.
I know the new one.
Yeah, I think I can figure it out. So you guys just... Oh, okay, now it's just me. I was like, you guys are just going to watch me while I do this? All right. Here goes. Singing into the void here. I think this is broken and it won't end till someone says something that they actually mean. Said I'm trying to be 3 halves of a good friend, crying outside the venue. I only name where I fell to at the bottom once again. Oh, I wish I didn't say that. Wanna stay happy out of contact. I got scared and you were so mad. Skip to the end and work our way back. From a distance we were still friends, too close to see what was coming. So I probably should mention my intention at the time was mostly to see how drunk I could get in a half-hour set. That's all music meant to me. Thought it cool for so long I didn't realize I'm not fine with playing make-believe. Oh, I wish I didn't say that. Wanna stay happy out of contact. I got scared and you were so mad. Skip to the end and work our way back. From a distance we were still friends, too close to see what was coming. So now we're going through the motions. Spent half the year on borrowed time. I think that maybe I was hoping could admit we won't be fine. Oh, I wish I didn't say that. Trying my best not to make you mad. Sometimes your best is bad in context. I don't think I want it all to go back. From a distance we were still friends. You couldn't have seen what was coming. You pushed me off of the cliff and said I'm jumping. Now you're out there hating me like it's nothing. There you go.
Hell yeah. Oh boy. There I am. Cool. I don't even have a guest room yet. How can I expect to die like that with space that's shared and rent that's due, and it's still my turn to vacuum? Live past my first line in there. Never thought my 20s could come first. I've talked to many friends down over the phone, not to meet them at our next milestone. If I'm gonna be somebody deliberately like, I wanna do it right. I pay somebody on the internet to talk through things I don't know how to fix, but it's all exercises in buoyancy, not insured for the help that I need. And I give myself bad lips, chewing on my cheeks when I'm anxious. So I've told a few friends, you say be gentle kid, but that only works some of the time. If I'm gonna be somebody deliberately alive, how can I do it right? Not sure which one I feel worse, going young or getting old. Guess I'll take whatever comes first. It's not like I had a say in being born, going young or getting old. At least I'm not convinced I deserve either one anymore. Not sure which one I feel worse, going young or getting old. Guess I'll take whatever comes first, going young or getting old. It's not like I had a say in being born, going young or getting old. At least I'm not convinced I deserve either one anymore. Not sure which one I feel worse, going young or getting old. Guess I'll take whatever comes first, going young or getting old. Not like I had a say in being born, going young or getting old. At least I'm not convinced I deserve either one. Not convinced I deserve either one. Not convinced I deserve either one anymore.
Awesome. That sounded so good, guys. And thanks everyone for tuning in. And thank you, Future Teens, for joining us today. Their new EP, Deliberately Alive, is out now. So thank you.
Yay.
All right. Everyone.
Bye.